Howdy folks, it's Ultra here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we're going to do our next VFR Formula 1 circuit flight. Those of you who don't watch every single channel or every single video, first of all, why not? Secondly, we've been following the Formula 1 calendar for 2023 where we do IFR flights from circuit to circuit, and then once we're there, after the real life race, we do a VFR flight of the circuit. We're actually done with the IFR flights now because these past few and the next few are just too far away. I'm not going to fly like 16 hours anymore. I did it twice and that was more than enough. And this is our penultimate VFR flight because I have a heart surgery coming up very soon. In fact, no, it hasn't happened yet by the time you watch this. So I'm going to be doing this one today and then Japan, and then that'll be it for the season. But I actually started doing this last year, so the final races of this season actually last year if you want to search them on the channel. So that being said, you are watching this late. This race was last weekend. I just haven't had time to do the flight until now because of all the surgery prep stuff, phone calls, appointments, emails, just getting things done around the house. There's projects like getting we have so many reptiles that we live with, and they don't live with us, we live with them. And I had to do overhauls, like the yearly or bi-yearly overhaul on their cages and terrarium, the vivariums. So I've been busy. So as you watch this, the Japan race is going to happen any minute by the time you watch this. And then I'm going to get the Japan one done and then look for that in a couple days. So we're just looking at Singapore overhead and everything's nice and smooth. They've been having a lot of server issues where things get jittery, and it's not our computers, it's the servers where we get the information from. And in fact, I've had lots of comments from people with computers even much more powerful than mine. They're having the same issues. So this looks smooth. Hopefully it stays smooth. The racetrack is over here. It's a city track. We'll fly over there. We'll check it out. I'll point out as much as I can and talk about the race a little bit. I'm not afraid of spoilers this time because the race was a week ago. But we're just enjoying a morning sunrise, stormy here, real world weather. I had to adjust the time a little bit, but real world weather. We'll see how this goes. Just enjoying this bird's eye view while the drone slowly tilts to the left, which is a bug they fixed a long time ago, and then it came back, and they don't talk about it anymore. Alright, here we go. We're using the Icon A5 today. Why? Just because I want to. Because I want to. No reason other than that. I did not get my checklist out because I was lazy, so let's see what I can do here from the inside on my own. Let's see. Is there a fuel switch somewhere? Yes, there is, right? Yes, fuel. There we go. Come down here. We'll turn the strobe light on, and that's it down here, right? Let me just come over here and hit the key. Yeah, well, that's loud. Don't know what it's like in editing, but that's loud for me. We're going to use the map, I think, for right now. All we're doing is flying right here. That's it. I think it's right here. Let me check my map. I have a map of the track up and Google Maps up. And if you look for the Ferris wheel, yeah, Ferris wheel is right here. I think that's it. Yeah, right there. So we're flying right here. The track's right here. Well, the Ferris wheel is called the Singapore Flyer or something. Oh, by the way, this city, Singapore, or the country, is a country state thing that you can read about the politics, but Singapore is done up in the GPS, I mean in the sim. So there's a lot of waypoints. I have waypoints turned off like the markers, but everything we see for the racetrack should be in the sim, like the Flyer, which is the big Ferris wheel, all that should be modeled. So it should be pretty dang cool. Whoops, I'm using Google Maps to zoom that into. I was making sure I know exactly where that is. Yes, right here. Can you see right there where my pointer is? That's where we're aiming for. And how do I get this back? There we go. So we're going to take off from here, head to that. Let's zoom in just enough to see it. And once we get there, we'll look for stuff. See how easy it is? Those of you who have seen these flights before know that these range from 8 minutes to an hour, just depending on how much we look around. And this one will be about 20 minutes, or maybe a little more than 20 minutes, I would think. I assume we have traffic. Wait, what? Ground. No, ATIS, huh? Okay, well, we're going to depart to the southwest. So let's just say south.
Paya Lebar ground turtle soup Tango 41 ready to taxi self-departure.
Turtle soup Tango 41 taxi to and hold short of runway 2 using taxiway Bravo. Contact tower on 133.6 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 2 using taxiway Bravo turtle soup Tango 41.
Using taxiway. Okay, we're just going to follow the little lines. Let's go to our favorite taxi view. Get one set of flaps down. Parking brake off. And look at that wind. We might have to turn the weather off. Look at while we're rocking around in the wind. We'll see how this goes. Sometimes with the wind you can't even taxi. We have had weather before where a wind, we were going perfectly into the wind, right? So we were going fine. As soon as we turned, and that crosswind got under the wing, it rolled us over. So that's kind of funny. Hopefully that doesn't happen now, but whatever. Alrighty, let me see here. Let me pull up my other map on my other monitor. It's just a map I found. It's like the official page to buy tickets or something in Singapore. I don't know. It's just a map. It points everything out. It's a street circuit, but we will talk about a few things here when we get there. Uh-oh. What's that? Don't do that to me. Probably weather updating or something. Otherwise, ooh, don't tip us over. Should be pretty straightforward VFR flight of Singapore. We have flown Singapore before, but when I checked my channel, it was X-Plane 11. So I swore we did this last year for Formula 1, but we didn't. I don't think we started doing this until Mexico. No, Texas. We did Texas for sure, and then Mexico, and then Brazil, and then some of the final races, like Abu Dhabi, I think. We did all that last year. So like I said, even though I'm going out for surgery for a while, you're not actually going to miss anything if you search the channel, because those other races I did last year. So it's going to work out pretty well, I think. Alrighty, we're going to stop. Oh my gosh, this wind is ridiculous. It looks like I'm a big old mess, and it's because of the wind. It is horrible. So let's stop right here. Ooh, if we can, set the parking brake and get clearance from the tower to take off.
Singapore Tower turtle soup Tango 41 ready for departure to the south at runway 2.
Turtle soup Tango 41 altimeter 29.85 wind tree 60 at 5. South departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 2.
Cleared for takeoff runway 2 turtle soup Tango 41.
Alright, runway 2, so we'll head out and turn right to head south, because I want to see the other part of the city where the track isn't, and then we'll get to the main part of the city where the track is. Now I could turn on all the POI markers, but I'm not going to. It's just too much to look at, and we'll enjoy our own. Oh boy, we're drifting. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh boy, let's get up. Lift up, please. Thank you. Brakes stop the wheels. Gear coming in, because it is amphibious. We see the gear coming in. I missed it. That's okay. Flaps are up, and we are all over the place. This is awesome. Alrighty, we'll fly runway headed for a minute, and then we'll turn and look around as the sun comes up and ends up under the clouds. And I cannot believe how smooth this is. We're getting like 100 frames per second here.
Continue for south departure.
Singapore Tower turtle soup Tango 41 continue for south departure.
But yeah, as soon as other people commented that they were having issues with the stuttering and stuff and the stalling of the sim, and they have computers way more powerful than mine, I was so relieved, because even though I knew it wasn't my computer, a little part of me thought it could have been my computer, but it's not. It's their servers, which might be fixed because it's really smooth now, and this is a detailed city, so we'll see when we come into land. Actually, we're gonna land in the water, so we won't have the airport approach test to deal with. Maybe in the Japan video next we will. Anyway, we're just going to hang out together. We kind of do these videos stream style because they're so short. I don't really need to cut much out or edit much out. And I do have allergy voice. I apologize. There's something in my backyard when I lay down on my hammock. I get horrible, painful allergies for a while. And then in like 2 hours they clear up. My window's open, so something is coming in through my office window. Alrighty, we'll go parallel to the runway so we don't get in anybody's way here. And then we'll head over to the circuit. We'll use this map as a reference. Again, we're aiming for that right there. That's where we're aiming for. That's too close. And then we'll take out the drone and we'll talk about the circuit a little bit. But for right now, let's just enjoy the city on the way. Let's cross over the end of the runway so we don't get in the way of landing traffic. Look at all that stuff. This is where that cool hotel is. That looks like a boat up high. My wife and I watched a documentary about that hotel. There it is right there. And it was really interesting, a lot more interesting than we thought. So that's cool. All right, let's hop outside and look with this view for a second because
Tango, 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 4-1, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Singapore Tower, Turtle Soup, Tango, 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 4-1 frequency change.
alright, there's a big airport over there, but we landed at took off from the smaller one because it could. Anyway, the documentary was really cool, even though we thought it would be boring. And we could use the drone view, but then oh yeah, okay, the plane's pretty stable. Let's use the drone view for a second. Let the plane fly itself. Check out the maiden city. There's the boat hotel and some other interesting things. Alright, whoops, shoot wrong. There we go, wrong thing. Alrighty, let's aim for the right spot though, right there. We don't want to get too far off. Oh, there's a Ferris wheel right there. So that means that's where the track is too. And see, it's all modeled because it's handmade. Very cool. We get to see all the cool stuff. So anyway, the race itself, it was the most boring and the most exciting race at the same time. And if you haven't seen it, I'll explain it to you. If you have seen it, you know what I mean. So the race started out horribly boring because the track wore the tires out so dang fast that people just drove slowly and followed each other for the first 3/4 of the race. No one did anything. It just drove around slowly under speed for 3/4 of the race, and then finally the last quarter of the race was a real race. And by real race, if you didn't watch the race, watch the highlights of the last quarter of the race because it was so exciting. I'm not going to tell you why, other than that's what Formula One racing should be. It was amazing. And then in the antepenultimate corner, third from last, something happened which made it even more exciting. And it was just insanely exciting. So yeah, it ended up being the most exciting race of the season so far, but not until the last quarter of the 2 hours. So anyway, it's fine. It was fun. Alrighty, we are literally over the track right now. So let's do active pause. And first thing I'm going to do is complain about POIs or handmade objects in the sim. I'm going to complain about this because it's been a while. I don't understand why they look like cartoons. Look at this. Looks like a cartoon sticking out. Looks like a cartoon sticking out. Why can't they make their POIs blend in with the satellite imagery? I think this is Orbix, and I do have a lot of manufacturers watch my channel, so Orbix might be watching, or somebody from Orbix. So I think this is Orbix. If it is, why don't you guys put a mask or something over your stuff so it doesn't look like a cartoon? I don't understand. I do textures for Minecraft that are photoreal, and in certain times, if I set up an image right, you can't tell it's Minecraft. It looks like a freaking photo. So I don't understand why these have to look like cartoons. And I don't know what I'm doing with textures, but why do these look? I don't understand. I don't understand. But anyway, okay, that's my rant. It's been a while since I ranted. And I don't want people to say that's how it is, because I've seen other handmade objects from other manufacturers that blend in perfectly with the satellite imagery and don't stick out like cartoons. So why do those always stick out like cartoons? And I think Orbix provides these POIs, I think. So, yeah, look at this. It's freaking cartoons. Why? Look at. Why can't it blend in with these buildings? Anyway, whatever, I'm done. Okay, so here we go. There's the boat hotel. Again, watch a documentary on Netflix. This is amazing. It's way more interesting than you think it would be. Anyway, this stuff is cool too. They talk about that, I think, if I remember. But anywho, we're here for the Formula 1 track. So, okay, this looks exactly like my map. So let's see if I can help figure this out. So it starts here, right? Starts here. Goes this way, goes around the corner, turns, comes down here, obviously. And then it goes out. And then it goes all a bit more. And then it comes around here. And then it goes all a bit more. And then it comes around here. Then it comes back and goes over which bridge? Wait, which bridge does it go over? It goes over this one right here. Comes down through here at an angle, comes over this bridge, comes around, sharp corner right here, comes back over this bridge, meets up with this intersection because this way goes this way, they meet at the same intersection. I think you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah, look. So it goes this way, and then on the way back it goes this way. So they meet right here. And then this is really interesting. It used to be, whoops, not there. Is it? No, because there has to go around the marina. Where'd it go? Hang on, I screwed up. Yeah, that's right. Yep. It's this one. It's one of these. Well, anyway, it's one of these, and I'll tell you why. Because what used to happen, it will come down here and then turn around here, and then come up and turn around here. But they got rid of this, and now it's just a straightaway. And it makes for a faster track, but there's a dangerous element of that because it was a street track too. So where's the dang thing where it meets up? Hang on, I'm looking at the map. There's Marina. There's that road. It comes across this double bridge. Is it here that it meets up? Hang on, I should have practiced. But it looks like curbing there. Anyway, it's not going to be curbed in the imagery because it's not, it's a street track, it's not permanent. But I do know that they come across that bridge, right? Yeah, because there's the other bridge. Yeah, that bridge. Because there's the curve. Yeah, there's the damn thing. Yeah. Comes across here and it turns here. Comes down. And it used to come down here, but it goes straight now. So this is where the weird intersection is. Oh, duh. That's curbing for this corner to come here and meet here and go this way. Okay, yeah. So this is the track coming this way. It turns, it goes up, it comes around, comes in, meets at this intersection again, and then turns this way, and now it goes straight. And then it has a sharp turn around the Ferris wheel and back to the beginning. Okay, sorry that was so clumsy, but on the map it makes it look like this huge thing, but it's really just this little race here. So it goes around, comes up, turns, goes this way, comes down here, comes across the bridge, comes down here, comes across the bridge, turns, goes straight, boom, that's it. Just a little area. That's it. But it's 3-some kilometers, 4 kilometers, whatever. 3 miles, this whole thing around and around and around you go. Just like that. There is your track. Wow, that was clumsy, but we did it. And we complained about POIs a little bit. But anyway, I mean, yeah, these cartoon POIs do look better than mistakes like this, but still, why can't the POIs look like this over here? Anywho, the drone is turning sideways, but that's okay. So there is your Singapore circuit, as clumsy as I made it. There you go. The street tracks are harder because trying to compare to a map versus the track map versus the actual city view, it's a little tricky, but we did it. Of course, the permanent circuits are just parks, right? So there you go. Anything else I need to say about it? I don't really think so. That's almost 20 minutes. I said it'd be 20 minutes. So let's hop inside. Let's unactive pause and let's find a place to land. Whoa, this wind. Okay. Okay, wind. Should we land by the Ferris wheel? Let's fly around, land by the Ferris wheel. So I talked about the race. It was boring and then the most exciting race with a very exciting ending. And it's one of those things that if this would have happened, this completely different result would have happened. But because that happened, a different result happened. Like up until literally the third to last corner, that happened on the corner. So very interesting, very exciting. And you're watching this during the Japanese, let's see, qualifying would have happened by the time you watch this. So the race is, yeah, by the time you watch this, the race is about to happen. It's midnight my time. I may or may not stay up for it. I might have to watch it the next morning, we'll see. And then I really want to try to sneak in the VFR video, which you won't know until a couple days after the race, if I made it in time. Anywho, so there you go, that's it. A little clumsy pointing out the street circuit, but unless I practice first, that's just how they are on the street circuits. But I don't feel badly for not practicing. And oh my gosh, I'm getting texts and emails from my kid's school because it's homecoming dance this weekend, and he's going now with his girlfriend. His girlfriend goes to a different school. It's a private school now, and she lives way too far away, and nobody could give her a ride. So my son is going with his new best friends, now this girlfriend, which is kind of a bummer, but oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. Alright, where's the first wheel? Way over there. Alrighty, let's come on in. There's no radios because we're just landing on the water ad hoc. And we gotta keep an eye on the target though. We're just gonna land this thing. Look at that beautiful view. Oh, looking right down the runway where we came from. That's cool. Just look at that beautiful view, that harbor. Oh man. That swimming pool on top of that hotel is really cool. It's like it's not an infinity pool, but it's an endless pool, so it's all glass on the side. So as you're swimming, you're looking at the city with no obstruction, and it looks like the pool goes over the side of the hotel. There's in the documentary they talked about feeding everybody and how they have like 5-star food. Even your room service is 5-star food, and how they do it so fast and what it's like. And they talked about the valet parking is ridiculous for that place too. Alrighty, first set of flaps, water landing, so gears up, and we'll do full flap landing, and remember, no brakes. So, is there a water rudder? There is. We do have a rudder at least, so we need to do a full flap now, go over this bridge. Why didn't I take a screenshot up there of my track? Shoot. Oh well, I'll have to do a screenshot of this maybe. Maybe this will be our screenshot. Kind of a weird one, but it'll have to do. Anyway, coming out for a landing, steep descent because I was too busy looking around, and we're 200 feet above yet. No, we're not. Yeah, 200 feet above because everything is so big. It looks like we're closer to the water than we are. Are we going to stop in time? I think we have to go down the river. No, we'll be fine. We have our water rudder to control us. Here we go. Oh, come on, come on. Touchdown, please, because I need to turn. There we go. Nice. Come down here, water up. I think we're tipping over. Nope, we're good. We're good. Water rudder works. And let's turn around. I don't think you would turn around at 30 knots. Or miles, this is knots, miles per hour. Knots. I don't think you'd turn at 30 knots in real life. But we are. Because it's a sim. Ooh, flaps coming up. Ooh, that wind is keeping us from turning more. See that? Oh, man. There we go. There we go. I can't remember the name of that building. I did look it up. Oh, there's a hotel. That's cool. Oh, look at that. But see, it looks like cartoons. See? It looks like X-Plane 9 now. Whatever. Stop complaining, Turtle. Stop complaining. Just enjoy it. Enjoy that we're not looking at green dots and pretending they're buildings. Like in the original Flight Sim days. Come on, wind. Let me go. Come on. This wind is really making it difficult. But we'll land at the Singapore Flyer. Obsessed with that hotel, because why not? And then we'll get out and we'll meet somebody for lunch, and then we'll pretend we're flying to Japan. It's just too far of a flight for me to do in real life. Plus I'm out of time. The Japanese race is already happening. Alrighty, crash detection should be turned off so that I can do things like this, so we can get up and out of here. And if I put the gear now, we can probably roll away like a turtle. Ready? And beach it. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Come down here. Turn everything off. Get that water rudder up since we're on the ground. And there you go. Turn everything off, and there you go, including the fuel. Ta-da! Okie dokie. I'm having some really strange deja vu right now. Anyway, let me see if I can get a decent thumbnail here, because I forgot to take one before. Alrighty, there we go. Alright, hope you enjoyed it. Awkward pointing out the track, but again, that's what happens on street tracks, because I don't take time to practice, even though I should. And off to Japan, so subscribe so you know when that video goes live. Also subscribe so you know when I return from my surgery and get back to flying, because it could be a couple weeks or a couple months. I was talking to a coworker and his brother-in-law 3 days after hospital discharge, was out driving a boat and fishing after his open heart surgery. Talked to a woman my exact age who had open heart surgery last year. She said she would rather give birth over and over and over than to go through it again. So very extreme experiences. Hopefully mine is better rather than worse, but you won't know unless you subscribe. I'm sure I'll talk all about it when I come back, and turn notifications too so you know when they come up, and hit the like button so people know we exist. And I'll see you in Japan in a couple days.